Sign up today for a 7-day free trial at alerts.chartguys.com. Checking in on the cryptocurrency sector, the bears have seen a little bit of follow through. There's really been no pressure on the bears ever since 9,600. It's just been a drop to a lower high, lower low, little fade, little bear break. It hasn't been extremely convincing bearish follow through. It's not like we're dropping 10% at a time, but it's clearly keeping the bears comfortable as long as these daily lower highs form. Our most recent one is 9,150, and we can anticipate that the next time we bounce here, we're just going to be looking for another daily lower high to be set. The weekly time frame, we're still keeping an eye out to see, can the bulls pull off a weekly higher low compared to where we came from of 7,300. Bigger picture, we know we have to change the weekly trend if we're going to set a monthly higher low. So again, we're looking for the monthly higher low to be set, but we don't have enough follow through to be convinced of that at this point. Holding the exponential support on the back test, so far a monthly inside bar, but we have to change this weekly trend for that monthly higher low to be set. To set our weekly higher low, we have to change the daily trend. And we know we're a ways away from that happening because anytime we see a bounce, we will still need the daily higher low and higher high to follow through for the weekly higher low to be set. So pretty much we're looking for the same thing on the weekly time frame as we are on the daily time frame to try and give indications on the longer term time frames. If we're looking short term, we have these spikes. Again, it hasn't been a very favorable environment where, let's actually zoom in a little bit, hourly time frame. We just get these big bull moves straight into a bear move, or big bear move straight into a bull move. There's just a lack of follow through. Bull move into a bear move into a bull move, into a bear move. You get the bottom line. It's the kind of environment where I zoom out for clarity because you don't get those fake outs on this daily time frame right now. It's just clearly comfortable for those bears. So that will remain the case on any bounce. The bears are going to be looking to get in as long as there's lower highs, and once those lower highs on the daily break, then we can look at the potential of the weekly higher low being set on Bitcoin. In the meantime, we're also seeing some of these altcoins lose their supports as well. ETH losing the daily higher low pattern that had been holding on. We got real tight. Bear break occurred at 182.07. We dropped down to 177. So again, a few percent of follow through, nothing huge. Support is 177.39. We dropped down to 177. So still within that range, but there is a lack of support just under it. And the bulls need to form a weekly higher low compared to 153 and then break over 200 to change this weekly trend and set the monthly higher low that we are keeping an eye on. Again, monthly inside bar is forming, and it pretty much formed last month as well. So second monthly inside bar in a row forming for Ethereum. How these monthly inside bars break, we will anticipate sometime in December, will be key. ETH BTC is consolidating on the daily. Anything above 201 is a higher low, so the bulls have space to work with, still in the uptrend, but bigger picture, we did not change the weekly trend. So we are watching. If we lose the daily uptrend, we'll have a weekly equilibrium to be watching. But as of right now, the bulls are maintaining the daily uptrend and just looking for a higher low. There's no major red flags on this current daily consolidation. Litecoin had a bear break as well. I finally made a losing trade in crypto. It's been a while. And it was honestly me just being bored and realizing that that was what was going on. I took a very small position. But that position was looking for a daily higher low to form. And I played off this inside bar where I had my stop just under $60 and I was looking for a daily higher low to be set and for a bull move up to $63, $64. I was risking just under $1 and looking for $2 to $3 of upside. Obviously, that did not play out. We had the bear break of the inside bar. We lost the daily uptrend. Weekly consolidation is in play for Litecoin now. The bulls have to hold 47.22 and break 66 to change this trend. And looking at it on the 4-hour time frame, we're just looking for lower highs to be set on this bounce. Last bounce, just a lower high from where we came from. Haven't gotten over exponential resistance on the 4-hour time frame in quite some time. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick to see if that's the case with its 4-hour exponential. And it is days now where we have not closed above the 26-period exponential resistance, and it's keeping the price contained. So back to Litecoin. LTC, BTC, we had the big bull move, but we know we still have to change the weekly trend. So big bull move, looks like we may have topped out. Resistance of 7875, we topped out at 7474, and the bulls need to form a weekly higher low and then break out above these declining exponential resistances and change the trends on the longer term time frames. So again, I'm not going to be too bullish Ethereum or Litecoin comparative to Bitcoin until we see weekly trend changes of these pairings. And I do believe those weekly trend changes would be notable if they do take place, but we are a ways away from that happening. So still keeping my eye on Bitcoin. Let's check in on that Bitcoin dominance chart. So Bitcoin dominance trying to hold support 67.73, bouncing off of 67.85. Not a very convincing bounce. You could call this a bear flag at this point, and the bulls have to set a weekly higher low, which they are struggling to do at this point. They're defending it at right now, but we're not seeing any offense, any convincing offense. XRP USD still extremely weak. It is the weakest of the coins we cover very easily. We're looking down at 25 cents as support. We drop down to 25.3. Anything on the daily time frame under 284 will just be a daily lower high. So bears are comfortable on XRP, and the weekly time frame high, low, lower high, and now we're looking for a weekly higher low to form compared to 212. There is a support level here at 25 cents, but 212 is the more important weekly level that I'm keeping an eye on. The other altcoins that have been holding on much better, still in a daily uptrend for Binance, but a pretty significant pullback at this point. The daily inside bar broke bearish, and 1926 is the support to maintain the daily uptrend. Weekly time frame looking a little bit toppy. And if we do see a bounce, looking at the 4-hour chart, we will just expect a 4-hour lower high on the initial bounce. Have to be cautious of the daily uptrend being lost here. It's still in play. And even if we bounce, we're going to look for a daily lower high compared to 2180. And if we lose the daily uptrend, it will join the other names, ETH, LTC, and others that are seeing weekly consolidation currently underway. NEO, same thing, daily consolidation underway. Bulls have space to work with. 1035 is the daily higher low. Exponential support held the last consolidation. We're heading to that now. Is the hourly RSI oversold? It's getting there. Weak hourly bounce attempt. If the 4-hour RSI gets oversold while we're looking for a daily higher low, that's when we look for an entry for that daily higher low to form. So keeping an eye out on that RSI. Overall, we do still have a double top, and we would need to see the bulls turn around real quick and see a bull flag. And pretty much if we don't see a solid green day tomorrow back into the mid $12 range, the cup and handle psychology won't really be likely in that pattern. We'll still be in a daily uptrend, but we need this to be a bull flag, and it's starting to get to a point where the consolidation is a bit too significant to consider it a bull flag, which would be the handle of this cup and handle psychology. So as of right now, double top rejection, and the bears are certainly using that to their advantage as a stop and a top fishing play. Link pulled back hard. Look at the daily exponential support right off that level, holding the daily higher lows. This is the best bounce out of any names that we're looking at, from $2.79 all the way back up to $3. So essentially a 6% bounce or so. Still have to change the hourly trend for follow through, but a very impressive buying of the dip, at least initially. So daily uptrend remains intact for Link, and we will see if the bulls can keep that the case. If we top out on the 4-hour and look for a lower high compared to 316, which we will be doing, we'll have to change the 4-hour trend to believe that the bulls can follow through back up towards our recent top from this new daily higher low being set. So overall, a lot of bears are comfortable out there. Again, no big dumps, no huge action, no big bear volume in the space, but just a slow and steady pullback of lower highs and lower lows. We have pretty much everybody that has lost their daily uptrend is looking for a weekly higher low. NEO and Link are two names that have not lost their daily uptrend. Haven't really been covering BCH much, but it was a nice head and shoulders pattern. We'll check in on that real quick. So BCH USD, pointed this out in the chat room where it was just a head and shoulders pattern of the left shoulder, head. As soon as we saw the double bottom bounce off of 269s, and then this move here, we were staying, okay, if we can't break 308.21 here, watch for the right shoulder to form, and the break of 269 was the loss of the daily uptrend. Nice little follow through down to 257, and we will see anything under 302 as just another daily lower high. So yet another name that has lost its daily uptrend, and weekly consolidation is now underway. Bulls would have to hold 197 and break 308 to change the weekly trend. So we'll check back in over the weekend. As long as we don't see significant bear volume and significant bear follow through, the hope for weekly higher lows still remains, and we'll keep our eyes on it. Bears comfortable in their positions. As long as we don't break lower highs, they are not getting any indication to trigger out of their trades. Appreciate you watching. Hope you are well, do good things, stay warm, and we'll see you this weekend. Also keep an eye out this weekend for the video of moving from crypto to trading stocks. Just finishing that up and should be good to go Saturday night or Sunday morning.